kokwana me mana doro no love mwa. Ega kokwana me mana doro no love mwa. Onya me chile. Ega kokwana me mana na doro me love mwa. Ai na jeresa lori en Nigeria ya. Ego mgenye no love me akolambo. Ega kokwana me mana doro no love.
Distinguished colleagues, my name is Marvelous Obinaozawehe. I'm running for the office of the chairman of NITP Imo State chapter. I want to give you a brief highlight of our manifesto, what we are going to do if you allow this Dare to Dream administration to fly. I am not coming to be your chairman to do business as usual. I'm not coming to be your chairman because I like the title of a chairman. I am passionate. I am coming to serve. I am offering myself to be voted in because I believe I know what the problem is and that I'm going to solve it. And solving it will be collective. One, we are going to go at any length, do everything possible to unlock the floodgates of EIA and SAR. Two, we are going to ensure that our tenants move into our office blocks and take over, start doing their business. Three, we are going to ensure that the Nigerian Urban and Regional Planning Law is passed. Four, we are going to give this state a town planner's pocket layout. It's going to be a reference point when it comes to layout. People can say, go there and see. Something that we're going to be very proud of. So these are the four things I want to do in the chapter, or we want to do in the chapter, to change the narrative. Your question is, how are we going to achieve these four? It's just four. Government is a continuum. Once we are able to achieve these four and leave, the other people can continue from there. So just these four, that's what I want us to do. So one, talking about unlocking the floodgates of EIA and SAR. I'm a staff of a planning authority. I'm a grassroots town planner. I understand the dynamics. So when people say certain things about EIA and SAR, we understand it properly. We are there. We work in the approving authority. So we know what it will take to unlock the floodgates of EIA and SAR. So once we do that, and our town planners become very busy, our bank accounts as NITP will also become very busy. So we will have money to ensure that every person who had paid for an office space in our secretariat occupies that, and that place begins to run effectively. If there are ones that have not been paid for, people will come to pay for it. That's more money because we are diversifying the source of income of this chapter. So once that is done, we will move into the business of getting the Nigerian Urban and Regional Planning Law approved. Tremendous work has already been done on that. So we are going to continue. And we, in addition to what has been done, I believe that this time around, God has made it possible that I too should be the final dot to connect what it takes to produce that law. Because I'm going to apply the concept of deism. You know that in my place, once you have an elder brother, he's your dede. And lucky enough, the Speaker of the House is my dede. So we can just pay him a courtesy call, let him know the importance of that law and the relevance, allow him to make an input. I believe he's going to link us to the Secretary of the State Government. And with the Secretary of the State Government coming to look at this law and make inputs, that law is already in the ESCO chambers. And from the ESCO chambers, it will return to the House of Assembly as an executive bill. And I believe in me that if that is done, that law is going to be passed. So even without waiting for that law to be passed, we are going to begin the process of giving the chapter a town planner's pocket layout. Now, we have people who are in the law profession, who are town planners, and in our state chapter. We have some of us who are close I had worked in the banking sector, and are still working in the banking sector. Then we have some of us who are close to the wealthy businessmen in this state. We are going to harmonize all this, go into partnership with landowners, local governments, state governments, financial institutions, other institutions, um, then international agencies like the World Bank, like the Shelter Afrique, like UN Habitat, and so many more. Then so that we're going to get the town planners pocket layout done. It's business. It's going to be business. It's not charity. It's pure business. So that members of the chapter who can afford to pay 50% down payment for the plot can have their plot and then spread the other 50% according to the terms and conditions that is going to be produced by the committee that will work on that. And then people in private, other people, business people, people in private sector who can afford to pay 80% down payments for their plots can have their plot and spread the remaining 20% according to the terms and condition. So these are beyond that too. Before I forget, that committee will also look into, in partnership with others, the growth points, fast growing little communities in the states. Go into partnership with landowners, with local governments, and all the people I've already mentioned to produce a short-term master plan for those communities, which we are going to organize a program and hand over to the state governments, to the local government, so that our local planning authorities can also function effectively, because they will be the ones, these these master plans of small communities are going to be domiciled in the local government. So the local planning authorities, we have an effective tool to also do their development control and get more EIAs and SARs for the chapter. We can't have 10 million in our accounts, 7 million in our accounts, and every day we depend on dues and this and that. We can grow this chapter to a level that once it's getting to this kind of period of Christmas, people will come and carry bags of rice. Every person will come and get a bag of rice as a financial member. It's doable, it's possible, it's achievable. It just needs two or three persons who is going to sit down, brainstorm, and sell the idea to the chapter, and we support it, and we have done it. So to get our dreams and to get our manifesto achieved, we intend, beside the standing committees provided for in the bylaw, we are going to set up two very important ad hoc committees. One is the ad hoc committee on ways and means. This ad hoc committee on ways and means, that is going to comprise of our members, seven of our members will liaise with government. We want to penetrate government. We want to be able to influence government actions at the conception stage, instead of the usual practice of staying out and writing thousands of letters, hundreds of letters that was going to end in the West bin. No, we should be there when that concept is thrown up for the first time and begin to let government understand why it should do this or that. So this Dare2Dream administration helps to be very close to government. We don't want to be seen as an opposition party. And in doing so, we are not also going to go against our ethics as a profession. No, but we are going to be there to advise government. So this committee is going to liaise with government. It's going to be the go between the state chapter and government agencies and institutions and government itself. So it's going to be a very important committee for us, the committee on ways and means. It will be their duty also to dismantle every obstacle that is going to stand between the chapter and its targeted goals and objectives. Outside that, we are also going to set up a special ad hoc committee on livable human settlements. It is going to be made up of 7 of us. Then we are also going to have lead consultants among us that they are going to work with. So what will they do? The first thing they will do is to ensure that we realize our town planners pocket layout. Then beyond that, it will be the duty of the committee to identify fast growing little communities and to go into partnership with international partners and internal partners to ensure that we prepare at least a short-term master plan for these areas, and we will organize big events to hand over these documents to the local government and the state government for effective implementation. So these are the 4 things I intend to achieve as chairman, and this is how I intend to achieve it. With your support, these things are achievable. I want you to cast your vote without sentiments. Vote credibility. Vote creativity. Vote the man who will do the job. I don't believe that
trendybeats.com.
You see, I don't believe that betraying is no, I don't believe that violence is wrong. I believe politics is
don't walk it, don't try. You supposed to be jai. Kill up, come, become person, matter, person, we don't mind. When I land softly on the sofa floor. So far, so good, koni bad